All right, well, we just picked this little scooter up for a few $100. '06 Suzuki JR50. It's just a single speed little two-stroke dirt bike. It's going to go to the grandkids. It needs to be cleaned up though. We're going to shine up those plastics. I ordered a graphics kit for it. It was missing a kickstand, so we ordered a new one for that. You know, the cables, the throttle cable works fine, but it's got black tape on it. The brake cable's frayed a little bit, so I ordered 2 new cables for that. It seems to run real good, fires right up. So let's get to getting this thing all spanked up. All right, so first things first, you can clearly see that, should be able to clearly see that fork tube is bent. And while I wouldn't recommend this on any bike of real stature, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that tube off. I'm just going to stick it in the press and see if we can just get that kink out of there. Not looking for it to be perfect, just looking for it to be, you know, less bent than it is. I'm sure that's one of those watch out for that tree moments. So let's get that off of there. Let's see what we've got. All right, so step one, I'm just going to try and just hit it with the tip of the press and see what we get before we get too fancy. All right, so is it perfect? No, it absolutely isn't. But it's a darn sight better than it was. And again, it's not going to shock. You know, it's not going to collapse more than there. So, all right, let's get this bolted back in. You know, and then I thought, I got the shock off. Might as well take them both off. Put a little fresh coat of paint on them. Right? Come on. Any job worth doing. As they say. Let me just get this shock up off of here. Just hit it with a little bit of Scotch-Brite pad, and then I'm just coating them in black Herculiner. Give them a little bit more fortitude, and they'll look better. And we'll probably hit that brake drum too before I replace the cable. Something like that. Okay, am I getting carried away? Yes, probably. But, you know, we had caliper paint in stock, so come on. Let me see if I can go under. All right, so the next step here is, since we got paint drying all over the place, forks are painted and drying, the front brake drum is painted. We're going to strip the plastics off it, because they're going to be, what I'll do with them is wet sand them, which will clean them up a bit, smooth them out, and then I ordered a graphics kit off of eBay. The enunciation is out the window. No excuse, because I'm not drinking. Maybe that is the excuse. I'm not drinking, so you expect me to talk right? All right, chipping away at the little JR50 project. It's 2 weeks till Christmas, so I got to get it done. And as much as I tried to get that front fork straight, it just wasn't quite right. And so I ordered a couple of new forks on eBay. Unfortunately, they're coming from China, so I got a little bit panicky that they wouldn't be here in time for Christmas. So these two came up for sale on Marketplace this week. I was primarily interested in the parts bike, but it was the right deal for the pair of them. So I just pulled the front fork off of this one. I got it over there hanging up. It's getting a fresh coat of paint on it, and then we're gonna get this sucker back together. I'll play around with that one too. See if I can salvage that. I guess it hasn't been running in a few years. What I focused primarily on today was just getting the graphics done on this one. These things are so hard to get right. I mean, even with the slots on them, you know, there's a couple little air bubbles, but you know, they're fine. Side plates, front cover, the other side cover. So that should look pretty spanky when it gets all put back together. All right, stay tuned. All right, so nothing's ever as easy as you would like it to be, but we got it back together. So I did take one of the front shocks off of the parts bike, and it turns out it's a good thing I got a parts bike, because a pile of stuff over here. Turns out my triple tree was bent. That piece of aluminum was actually tweaked, the bottom piece that goes up through the frame. So we swapped that off of the parts bike. I got everything squared away now, put a new front brake cable on it. I'm gonna swap the grips out, but it's time to do, you know, the fun part of this little project here, because quite honestly, it's been a little aggravating. Yeah, it's time to put the plastic on, and that's gonna transform the whole look of this little buggy. So let's go ahead and get to getting on that. There you go. How about that? Now it's starting to look like a motorcycle. Yeah. And there you have it, the finished project. Little JR50. I got a little special something I'm going to do to that front plate for the boys. I gotta say, she cleaned up good. That was a good transformation. I really hope it serves the boys well, and I hope they enjoy it. I hope it's a Merry Christmas for them. All right, on to the next project. Smitty, out.